Hello, 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 and welcome back. What have we got tonight? We've got a treat. Hey, we've got a 7-day no dry hop black rye IPA coming in at 5.1%. If you hit that, you can see the recipe, Brewfather. And who's it from? Are we doing this again? Do you know, the producers and editors do this every time I do one of these. Oh. Yeah, from Big Banana Brewing, Mr. Stephen Burton, the legend himself. Hey, exciting! So, we're going in the new glass. I had a load of Spiegelau. You know the Spiegelau glasses? The ones made out of something that's very brittle. This is crystal. I love the shape of the Spiegelau. They do the job. Apparently, lots of people looked into this. You've got to do this. It does the aroma. It puts it around the bottom. Yeah, this one's... I've got two of these. More substantial. Amazon, I think. So, we're going to give them a go. They do feel better. I think my last one broke on a New Year's Eve before lockdown as I walked in from work when there was lots of people here, and I walked across the kitchen and saw somebody with my Spiegelau glass putting it under the ice maker. It dropped in and everyone looked surprised. And I was like, should have hidden that away, shouldn't I? Anyway, black rye IPA. Get this in the glass. Let's have a look. These must be off the keg. They're always off the keg from Stephen, aren't they? Oh, I've got my mic on. Yeah, I don't need to do that, do I? Bit of this. That's full. That is. Money's worth, hey? Got my money's worth. There we are, in the glass. Yes, he did say it was a bit brown. We'll talk about that in a minute. Black IPAs, we'll talk about that as well in a minute. This is my nemesis beer. That doesn't particularly smell dark malty. This has got dark malts of Carafa Special 3, and he steeped them overnight and then put them on top of the grain bed after mashing and then sparged over top. Ooh. Now, so in this, we have Columbus for bittering, Idaho 7 and Cascade, last 20 minutes. Cascade and Idaho 7 for a whirlpool, I think. 75 degree whirlpool for 20 minutes, I think. But Zeus, should have researched this. Zeus, he used Zeus, not whatever the other is. Got that. I need to write a script. Anyway, I do remember him saying Viennese whirl. Oh, I'm old enough to remember Viennese whirl. Piney, a little bit piney. Very, very smooth. No astringency. I think it's a little bit fruity. A little bit fruity in there. Bitterness is beautiful. I struggle. I need to sort my bittering out. I struggle with bitterness. I mean, this is beautiful bitterness all the way through. A little bit chocolatey. Orange. I've done a chocolate orange stout. That's really orangey extract, and there's no orange in this, is there? No chocolate in this. Rounded again. That really works. I mean, so interlude. Let's talk about me and black IPAs. My first ever intro video when I started All Grain Brewing was a black IPA. Me sat in the garden talking about myself and how I got into it. And there's a black IPA I mentioned just there, outside, cooling down, because I had no other way of cooling it, ready for pitching the yeast. Now, I just started All Grain Brewing. The style was kicking about. I thought, I fancy a bit of that. Did I know what the style was? Did I heckers like? I had no idea whether it was... Originally, I thought it was an IPA that was black, but no dark malts in it, taste or smell wise, so it messed with your edge. It was like, wow, this is black, but it tastes like an IPA. But then after much research and several different brews later, not doing it right at all, chucking my dark grains in, some consensus is you should taste some of the dark grains in there. And I've done it. Originally I did it where the dark grains just went in the mash. My first one was an overnight mash in an igloo. That was astringent. But later on I started doing, I did 4 or 5 I think. I put the dark grains in the last 10 minutes. I've not done one since I've had an all-in-one, I don't think. So this seems to steep the grains overnight. Pick your grains carefully because there's absolutely no stringency here. It's giving it a little bit. It's not giving it a dark malt flavour, but I think it's giving it a little bit of, like I say, a little bit of. It's just a subtle chocolate and a subtle orange, I think, but it doesn't taste anything like dark malt. It's a medium body. I don't know whether it's just my head. Again, I shouldn't look at the recipe till afterwards, but. Maybe a little bit spicy from that rye. I love rye. I'm a massive fan of rye. I hate brewing with a lot of rye. Rye's all you need. Stuck sparges. But I love the taste of rye. It's amazing. I don't know whether, again, that's my head. Beers are subjective. One person will... This is what I like about this. Again, this is what I like. People have the same beer in the hand and taste different things. I love it. Another thing I love about it. So there's some videos before my first video because when I started YouTube I didn't know what I was doing and I had a couple of email accounts and I put some up on one email account. I went, oh, that's not my normal email account, what am I doing? So then my intro went on my normal email account and then I lost it because I went back. I lost my other videos and then carried on and went back and then they've put them in all sorts of orders. So my original, hello, I'm Rick. I've started a YouTube channel coming up. Video is not right at the start, which fluffed me up. It fluffs lots of other people up as well. So yes. Anyway, that's by the by. That came up because black IPA. Now. 5.1% of the ABV, absolutely perfect for me. Nice head still. I said I was never, ever, absolutely never, ever in my last black IPA brew day video saying I was never going to brew that again. But, I mean, this one... it's got a bit more about... Yeah, you see, look, it's got some chocolate coming through. It's got some chocolate coming through, but it's not dark grain astringency chocolate because there's no chocolate malt in it. I don't know. I don't know whether it's a bit of the rye with the chocolate. I don't know. I don't even know if I can pin it down to a milk or a dark chocolate. It's not a dark chocolate, but even know if there's a bit of vanilla there. This makes no sense. And that doesn't smell like it did when it was full to the top. And I've had this, I mean, this is, the temperature is perfecto. We've done this right, because this is something that I know. I've spoken to Stephen and he sent it to me specifically, I think, because he knows my massive history with black IPAs. He absolutely knows that it bamboozles me, discombobulates my head, not being able to get my head around it. I'm understanding it a bit more now, but still. Doorbell went. Anyway, we're back. Where was I? Discombobulated. Bamboozled. Still don't know where I am. I know I like this. This is incredible. This is smooth. This is well balanced. There is no astringency. This beer is like a style I've never tasted before. Is this how black IPA should be? If this is how black IPA should be, I'm back on that bike. I'm brewing this beer. I am sold. Because that's not trying to be an IPA that's really fruity, that's dark, which goes, oh, that's a fruity light IPA. Why is it that colour? That is, I don't know what it is. It's a lovely beer that's medium to light. There's not a lot of hops in there, but it's a little bit fruity, a little bit piney, with this chocolate thing going on, the smooth chocolate thing going on, with no astringency, as there should be in a black IPA. Oh, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. It's incredible. Super enjoyable. For me, complex. Makes me think about it. I don't know what to say. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. If that is, like I say, a black IPA, although it's a black rye PA, isn't it? Black rye IPA. I don't know. I want some of it. I want some of it in my life. I could absolutely smash a keg of that. Stephen, thank you very much for sending it. If I haven't done this justice, I wholeheartedly apologise. Because that is probably... I don't know, I might need to go see a counsellor, I've got to be honest. Maybe the history of it is causing me some problems. And I just can't get my head around it still, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Cheers.
Like, subscribe and hit the bell.